Hello, welcome to Health Club. I just wanted to take a second and make this video just to introduce myself formally to those of you who maybe don't know me that well, and to describe and explain how this group is run so you can make the most out of this experience. So I'm Emily. I am your health coach. Look out, just kidding. But yeah, no, I graduated from the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. I know that some of you are really familiar with it. It's an amazing school, and I'm also a certified yoga teacher, and I'm an all-around health freak, fitness nerd. And what basically led me on this path, because I feel like a lot of people know me, but they know me more from either my band or my clothing line and things like that. They know me maybe a little bit more as an artist. So what led me down this path was I went through, you know, a really crappy experience that happens in life to all of us, I know. But about 4 years ago, my marriage fell apart, and it was really, really stressful. And around that time, I got diagnosed with dysplasia, ended up having to have a colon biopsy, and I also found a lump in my breast. And it was just, you know, it was one of those times in life where you're kind of rock bottom and you're just like, you know, what else is going to happen to me? It was really, really overwhelming. I was completely underweight. I was gray. Seriously. I have pictures of it, and it's hard to even look at because it was, you know, my body just went on total shutdown. And in the midst of that darkness, you know, there was, you know, the light was shined, like how they say, like, you know, the stars can only come out at night. I really think that that's true, because in that time, I was not well, and a girlfriend of mine came over to my house at 10 in the morning and just said, "Get up, I'm taking you to a yoga class." And I was like, oh, fuck my life. All right, fine, you know, autopilot. And I went, and for about 3 hours after that class, you know, I felt okay. Like, I just chilled out, and I was like, I don't know. For me, that was really the turning point in my journey. I realized, that was really like the domino that tipped over that taught me to be able to sit with myself and to really listen to myself and not push out my feelings or my emotions. And so I started practicing yoga regularly, and as I was, you know, at the time I was in and out of a lot of doctors' offices. It wasn't like I went to yoga and magically everything was better. No, that's not at all the way it happened. But I ended up getting a little bit of money, and I took that money and I invested it in my education at the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, because I was just really at a point where, you know, what I was doing wasn't working. I was living off of a steady stream of Advil and rock and roll and cigarettes. Like, that was just what got me out of bed in the morning, and it was, you know, enough was enough type of thing. And so I decided to enroll in this program to learn about how to heal my body, which I kind of at first just figured it would be mostly about food. Like, I knew everything I was doing around food was wrong. I was eating a lot of sugar. Twizzlers was like my main source of, like, that's all I wanted was like that gummy, chewy candy crap. Like, that's the only thing that felt palatable in my body, which was just, it's so crazy to even think about now. So I went through the program, and it taught me a lot, because not only did it teach, in IIN really what they teach you is that, you know, the food that we put in our mouths is actually secondary to our lifestyle. So that's why it's holistic. It's, the idea is like, you can eat carrots and kale until the cows come home, but if you hate your job, or if your boyfriend's a fucking asshole, you're still going to be sick. So you have to address the entire life of the individual. So that's how I got into that. When I graduated my program, I kind of got clients right out the bat, because just by word of mouth, just like telling people like, oh man, I went to this amazing program and I just graduated and I've never had a certificate for anything in my life. I'm a high school dropout. Like, this was a huge deal. It turns out everybody feels like fucking shit. And so they're like, well, I want to be coached too. And so, you know, I took on a couple clients, and it was great. I really loved it. It was a magical experience, but I kind of realized, you know, it would be like teaching a yoga class without ever having practiced yoga. So I decided to hire myself a health coach, because I really wanted to know what it was like to be coached, because that's like one thing that is a non-negotiable when I sign on a client is like, you have to be willing to be coached. Like, this isn't you just give me, you know, money or whatever the trade is for my time and magically you get better. That's not what this is. Like, you have to do the work. That's just, you know, it's part of the deal. So I needed to do the work for myself and understand what it was like to be on that side of the spectrum. I needed to, you know, hand somebody money and allow them to tell me, you know, like basically take their suggestions. Anyway, so I hired this beautiful woman. And, you know, out the bat, after kind of like telling her what my issues were and what my goals were around my health, her suggestions were so not anything that I would have suggested to myself. I'm a really active person. I'm a yogi. A lot of you know that. A lot of you are my students or we have been in class together. So I'm really, really active. I also play drums in a punk rock band. So when my health coach told me that she needed me to be doing 30 minutes of fitness every day as a non-negotiable, I was like, you are crazy. And she also told me that I needed to be, you know, since coming off of sugar was a big thing for me, she was like, I really want you to take this supplement, which we're all going to be doing. I take it every day. It's called Shakeology. And to me, it was just like a protein shake. And I'm not like, you know, like, it was just so far outside of my comfort zone. But, you know, I signed up for it. I was like, fine, like, I'm willing to be coached. Like, fine, I'll drink your protein shake and do your workouts and, like, I'll just see how it goes. Anywho, it changed my life. It changed my life. It was, you know, it's exactly what we're going to be doing, but kind of from my perspective a little bit, just because I've been trained in holistic lifestyle. So for me, self-development has to be a number one component, and we're going to address that in a little bit. But coming out of the program, it was amazing. It changed my life. So now I teach it. And I learned that basically what constitutes a portion isn't really, you know, I had to learn a lot about portion distortion. What else? I also learned that physical fitness for me is a must. Coming out of this program, my anxiety and my stress levels dropped 1,000-fold. Oh my goodness. I also quit smoking. This was about 6 months ago. So I had quit smoking, and having the fitness component now, like just as a regular, I wake up, I drink some tea, have a glass of water, you know, whatever, kiss my boyfriend, and then like, boom, 30 minutes. She's like, weight training or whatever the fuck I'm doing, you know, crazy in my apartment. Yeah, absolutely helped me tremendously. And now I just practice it every day. It's just like a thing that I do. I don't think about it. I just get in, I do it 30 minutes, boom, I'm done. And I feel a million times better. And I attribute a lot of it strictly just to that. So yeah, so basically, as weird as this may be, or as like, oh, like, who are these like crazy Beachbody, whatever, you know, just, you have to kind of take the kit with a grain of salt. Like, that's like another company's branding and packaging. I don't relate to that, whatever, but they're amazing, amazing tools. Like, those workouts are designed to hit a different part of your body every day. There's active recovery days. Beachbody is also a very results-driven company. So if you follow their programs really, like, strictly to a T, you're going to get amazing results. Like, it's their products are top-notch, and I'm really, really, really happy, and I feel very lucky to have them as sort of like a plug-and-play kit or tool that I can now implement into my health coaching. Because for a lot of my clients, like, a big thing for them is they're like, I feel like crap, I need to lose some weight. It's like, fine, all right, that's kind of a little bit of a Band-Aid. Just like, you know, so we're going to dig a little bit deeper into the, you know, for me, like, the weight, the sickness, whatever it is that led you here is a little bit more of a symptom, and it's super important to address the roots of it. So we'll get into all this. I know I'm just like kind of rambling. I already have you here for about 10 minutes, so I'm going to try and wrap it up. So basically just know that personal development, massive component in this. It's a non-negotiable. Like, so I'm going to put a list below this video of maybe recommended books that I like, but I don't care what it is. I just need you to be reading a book on personal development every day, 20 minutes, one chapter, 10 pages. I don't care. what you feed your brain is just as important as what you're feeding your belly. So every day something awesome has to go in there. Right now I'm reading You Are a Badass, so if anybody wants to join me in that, that's awesome. Anything by Pema Chodron is a great option. What else? Creating on Purpose by Anna Dea Judith, amazing. Anything that specifically deals with your beliefs and your thought processes are A+. Like, it has to happen, and it's going to be something that we're talking about a lot while we go through this detox together. And then just a little bit about how this group runs. This is a private group. It's only for people that are doing this. So it's confidential. Please be super respectful of each other's privacy. And the whole point of it being a group is that we're all here to support each other. So your activity and your participation is essential. And that can make us feel a little bit vulnerable, you know, but just understand that the more that you put into this, the more you're going to get out of it. And the more you share your story, the more it's going to affect and inspire other people. So please, like, get on the feed, introduce yourself, post a picture, tell us who you are, why you're here, what your goals are. And yeah, we're going to get this detox going. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. It's a detox. It's hard work. But we're all in it together. And no matter where you are in your nutrition or how educated you are, we are always changing. Always, always, always changing. So doing this, you know, once, twice a year, whatever, super important just to kind of hit that reset button. So I'm going to do it with you guys. Like I said, I did it in January. I'm going to do it again. Clean slate. It's going to be awesome. All right. So yeah, awesome. Read the little post below this. And yeah, we're going to dive right into this. This is prep week. So you have a whole week to kind of get ready for the actual detox. And then come Monday, we're just going to hit the ground running and get this shit started. So awesome. Thank you so much for being here. It's my honor to guide you all through this. And of course, if you have any questions at all, please reach out. That's what I'm here for. All right. Much love.